Welcome to American Roots. Today we are gonna do some prep on some meat to freeze dry and prep for preservation. So one of the things I really like about freeze drying is that if you have something that you need to use, it might be going bad, maybe you're not ready to eat it just yet, you can cook it off and then put it through the freeze dryer. It holds for I think like 25 to 30 years. And really all it is just removing all of the oxygen, all of the water, and then drying it. And then that way you can reconstitute it with broth, water, whatever liquid you want. And I find that it really works well. I'll put a link in the description down below to a video I made of me reconstituting eggs to make a quiche, and they just baked so lovely. I mean, it was all about it. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna start the barbecue grill up. It's about 5:30 in the morning. We live in Arizona, and it gets to be right now about 115 degrees. So I really wanna get an early start on this, so that way I'm not out here roasting in the sun. I had no motivation to do it yesterday. So I'm gonna get an early start today, so let's get that going. Now we're grilling because it's supposed to be over 100 today. So I figured I might as well get started on my food prep early. So that's what we're doing. And I always have to make sure that the barbecue grill is away from the house and the garden. I like to wait until the grill is kind of hot, and then I like to go in and scrub off whatever residual is left on the grates. I've got my bowl of chicken breast. We're gonna start with that. Just lay it in a pan. I'm gonna sprinkle it with some salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And then I'm choosing kind of a universal seasoning. That way I can use it kind of for whatever I want. If I have chicken I want to use for barbecue, if I have chicken I want to use for like Mexican food, or I want to add it to a pasta dish. It's kind of universally seasoned. Now I'm going to season both sides. I just like to start with one. I spread them out on a cutting board and in the dish because I want to evenly season them. And the idea is that this is food that's ready to eat. So even if you had nothing else to put it with, you could reconstitute it, and you could just eat that. I'm not gonna do pepper as heavy on this side. I don't want it to be too spicy. And I'm only gonna do garlic powder on one side, so it's not too garlicky. Those are ready for the grill. Let's check it. Looking nice, still a little hot. A little bit. I love this grill. Joe's mom gave it to us when she moved, and it is a chef's dream. I love it that you can raise and lower the coals. I can get in underneath here. I cooked a whole prime rib on this at Christmas time, and it was fantastic. I don't think I'll ever cook one another way again. So I'm gonna let the coals heat up the grate. It looks like we have maybe about, I'd say, 5 or 10 more minutes. So we'll come back when those are ready. So I lowered it as low as it could go. and then I closed it. It's about 425 degrees. The coals are just about ready. I'm gonna go grab the chicken. I'm gonna put the smaller pieces on the outside. And the thicker pieces on the inside. I love this grill because there's so much space. You can kind of spread out. Not feel like you have to be so crammed. So that's not bad. I'm gonna let those cook. I do about 5 minutes on each side. So I'll cook them for 5 minutes and then I'll flip them and cook them for 5 minutes more before I start checking to see how they are. Five minutes on that side. Let's see what we got going on here. And there's a plate for the new meat. But I'm going to continue letting it rest. And let's come over here and see what we got going on. Now, that's done. I always cut into the fattest parts of the breast. That one's done. To prep the chicken, now that it's cooled, I'm gonna cut it right along the length of the breast. So that way I have the full breast, but just half the width. The freeze dryer, you really wanna make sure you don't go over the edge of the pan. And it's always easier to cut cooler meat. So let your chicken cool completely. And I just cut it right down like as if I was gonna butterfly it, and I cut it right in half. Now this can go right on the freeze dryer tray, just like that. And if it fits better, I may end up putting them, I think I'm gonna put them like this. That way there's less space getting wasted. And now I'll just work through the rest of the chicken breast that I have. So I was able to get 3 full chicken breasts sliced in half and put on the freeze dry tray. I have lids for these, so now I'm gonna cover them with a lid and put them in the freezer to speed up the process of the freeze drying and not put so much wear on the machine. Now I've got these lids that my mom purchased from Harvest Right. I'll put a link in the description where she got them. They serve as, now I can stack the other tray. It says they can be used as trays, but now I can put them in the freezer and I don't have to worry about them getting yucky or anything. Very handy because now when I'm prepping I can just stack, where before I've had to stop and go put things back in the freezer and wrap it, and it's just, these lids are going to make a huge difference. Super excited about that. So now I think I'm going to cut up 3 more breasts, get that put on this one. I cooked the hamburgers. I'm gonna put them on the freeze dryer tray, and what I can't fit on the last tray, I'm gonna put in food saver bags and make them airtight, put them in the freezer, and get them ready for the next batch of trays that would be available. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section below. As always, I appreciate you being here. From our family to yours, God bless you.